Today we see the topic Mendels experiment. Yesterday we told about the introduction of this chapter, inheritance and variations, and some terminology related to that the chapters are there. Though that one is given by the Mendel and so many other scientists later on. Now Mendels experiment. Mendels experiment is actually carried out onto the pea plant. That is Pisum sativum. This one is the botanical name of that the pea plant is there. Now Mendel carried out the experiment onto the pea plant by considering the 7 pair of contrasting characters. First of all, he considered a single pair of contrasting character. Then he considered the 2 pair of contrasting character, and later on many more like 3, 4 and so on. As for this one, he carried out the first experiment by considering a single pair of contrasting character that we called as the monohybrid cross. So what is monohybrid cross? What is monohybrid? Monohybrid cross is the cross between two parents. Is the cross between two parents considering a single pair of contrasting character. Two parents considering a single pair of contrasting character, that is known as the monohybrid cross. For example, as per the Mendel's 7 pair of contrasting character, we consider the 2 parents as a male parent, that is tall parent, suppose, and female parent as a dwarf parent, as per the Mendel's contrasting character. Now these are the pea plants having the height character is the tall and the height character is the dwarf character. For that the purpose, there is a genotype, means the genetic makeup of that the plants are capital T type and capital T and small t type and small t type. Because we write here 2 letters, capital letter and small letter, we know each and every individual there is the presence of diploid number of chromosomes are there. And as for this one, we write a paternal side and maternal side alleles, paternal side and maternal side alleles are there. So capital T and small t type of the genotypes are there. Then the gametes are produced from this one is of all same type, that is the capital T type and the small t type, because the parents are pure breeding plants. Parents are the pure breeding plants. What it means the pure breeding plants? Both they are homozygous in nature. They produce the same type of gametes during the process of gametogenesis. Now, as these gametes are formed, when they fuse together in a F1 generation, means in a process of fertilization, and produce a first filial generation to form a combination of capital T and small t is there. Now, what indicates this capital T and small t? As per our general concept, as the tall plant is suppose 5 feet tall or the dwarf plant is suppose 1.5 feet tall, then simple imagine of us is the intermediate between these nearby 3 feet talls are there. But here this F1 generation, these are only the 5 feet tall, means only the one character is expressed, that is the tall character in F1 generation, and other is suppressed, that is the dwarf character, which can't show their effect in the F1 generation. So we call tall is the dominant character and dwarf is the recessive character. Now as after that, the hidden characters, dwarf character in the hybrid F1 is found by selfing itself or inbreeding themselves of a F1 generation. Now in here, in the F1 generation, as we selfing itself or inbreeding themselves, there is a selfing process. Formation of gametes are there. Formation of gametes are there as likes to the capital T type and small t type from male side and capital T type and small t type from the female side are there. Now here there is a checkerboard that is called as the Punnett square method we use for possible combinations of the F2 offsprings. Now here the capital T combines with capital T to form a capital T capital T. Capital T type of the gamete combines with small t to form the capital T small t, capital T small t and small t small t. Means in that the way the chance combination of male gamete and female gamete in F2 generation is in the ratio of, what is the ratio of this? In the ratio of 3 tall is to 1 dwarf. 3 tall is to 1 dwarf. Because though the hidden character is there in F1 generation, that will be expressed in the F2 generation. It means that the character is suppressed during the process of first hybridization process that are expressed in the second filial generation from the first F1 generation. Now here this ratio 3 tall is to 1 dwarf is actually the phenotypic ratio, because why? We observe the tallness and the dwarfness of the plant externally, so called as PR, phenotypic ratio. PR, we write here the simple short form of this one is PR, phenotypic ratio, and the genotypic ratio of this one is called as the GR, and that is the 1 capital T is to 2 capital T small t is to 1 small t small t. Means in those the offsprings that obtained in F2 generation that having the genetic makeup of what type? The 1 capital T means the 25% is capital T. 2 capital T small t means the 50% is hybrid type, means F1 type, and the 1 small t means the 25% is how much? 25% is the dwarf one is there. That is about the monohybrid cross as per the Mendels experiment. This one is. Now we see the another example of Mendels experiment is the dihybrid cross. Understood this? All this one, how the gametes are formed? The gametes are formed by a process of gametogenesis. We know during a process of gametogenesis, what happened actually? The single cell having the diploid number of chromosomes are there, and so on. Suppose any numbers you consider here at the time of gamete formation, there is a n number of chromosomes, that is the 8 number. But the one cell divided to form a 4 cells are there having the 8 number of chromosomes each is there. In that the way gametes are formed during a process of gametes by a process of meiosis. So now we go towards the next experiment. Hello guys, now we see the previous topic monohybrid cross. Now the next one is dihybrid cross. As likes to the monohybrid cross, there was a dihybrid cross were carried out by the Mendels in his hybridization experiment by giving the characteristic features from a pea plants are there. Now we here consider the two characters of a pea plant for a crossing of one male parent with that of another female parent. So as per this one, the definition of dihybrid cross is defined as a cross between two parent plants, one as a male and another as a female, having a two pair of contrasting character each. Means simply we say dihybrid cross means the cross between a two parent plant having a two pair of contrasting characters. Such as here, as per their 7 pair of contrasting characters, we consider any two characters from a parent plant, that is suppose the seed characters is there, and in that the seed character we know the two character from dominant side is round yellow and the recessive side is wrinkled green. Round is the shape of the seed, wrinkled is the shape of the seed, yellow is the color of the seed, green is the color of the seed. Means we consider from a single part of the plant body, that is the seed, two characters were there. Now this one is the parents, which one is pure budding parents, that is homozygous in nature. They only produce a same type of gametes. As per this one, they having the genotype or the genetic makeup of, that is the capital R, capital Y. Here as it one is the recessive, small r, small y. Clear this? Again, why you write the double letter here, capital R and capital Y? Because in here there is a presence of diploid nature of the parent plants are there, having the paternal side and their maternal side genes are there, and this one is having alternate forms of the genes. Now here we write For a round, capital R, and for a yellow, capital Y, because it one is dominant one, and in the recessive one, wrinkled is indicated by small r, and the green is indicated by small y. We can't write here W or G is there because it shows the dominance and recessiveness. So we write here the capital letter from one side and the small letter from another side. Now the gametes are produced from this one is, what are the gametes are there? Now as it one is the dihybrid, means by considering two pair of contrasting character, and the plant is homozygous, pure plant that produce a same type of gamete, that is called capital R and capital Y. Here also the small r and small y is there. Such type of pure gametes. As it one is produced the gamete, it produces the 4 gamete from a single cell, that is capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y. In the same way, from this side also, small r, small y, small r, small y, small r, small y, small r, small y. Now here, all the gametes are same, so we consider only the single one is there for a crossing. Now, the crossing between these two to form a F1 hybrid is there, having a genomic set of capital R, capital Y, small y is there, and this one is called as a dihybrid राउंड येलो. कैसा हो गया ये प्लांट? डायहाइब्रिड राउंड येलो आ गया. क्यों डायहाइब्रिड राउंड येलो? क्यों इसमें रिंकल नहीं, ग्रीन नहीं? क्योंकि राउंड एंड येलो कैरेक्टर्स are the dominant character over the wrinkled and green. So the wrinkled and green characters are hidden here. This cannot express, so we call it the recessive one. Now, though the hidden characters is there, again we want to find where it goes, how it comes again in the next generation. For that the purpose, there is a process of inbreeding is there, or selfing is there. Inbreeding or selfing. We write here the selfing or inbreeding. Now, as per this one is produced the gametes are there. But as they produce the gametes, F1 produce the gametes and F1 is the hybrid one, they produce the different types of gametes. Hence, it is called heterozygous. These are the homozygous and this one is the heterozygous because it produces the different types of gametes. So, how that the gametes are formed? Now, at the time of gamete formation, there is a separation of the alleles are there, and they again independently assert with each other to form a 4 different types of gametes are there, such as capital R, capital Y, small y. Such type of these alleles are actually separated and they form a gamete is in the combination of first one to first one to second one to first, and second to second, like this manner. And it forms a 4 gametes are there, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. From male side, in the same way, from female side also, what it actually the same, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, small y, small r, capital Y, and small r, small y. We draw the checkerboard here. And in the checkerboard, there is a chance combination of male side and female side gametes is there to indicate their nature of characters. So here capital R, capital Y, then capital R, capital Y, small y. How we write here? This as you comes downward side and the left side is there. There is a combination of these two. You write this one. But at the time of writing, you write R along with R and Y along with Y. Don't write the R with Y, because this one is the combination of the alleles onto the chromosome. So here third thing is there, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Then the capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, then capital R, small r, small y, small y. You write this one is in carefully, capital R, small r, capital Y, then capital R, small r, and capital Y, small y. small r, capital Y, then small r, capital Y, small y. Finally here capital R, capital Y, small y. Then capital R, small y, then small r, capital Y, small y, small y. This one is the combination. As there was a 4 gametes are formed from this one, then the combination is how much? 16 combinations are there. And these 16 combinations is in the ratio of 9:3:3:3:1, or in the genotypic form 4 times 2:4 times 1:1:1:1 ऐसा आएंगे इसमें. तो कौन से कैसे आते हैं ये आपको देखना है थोड़ा सा. तो इसमें देखते हैं अपन, जहां कैपिटल लेटर है वहां पे आप उस कैपिटल लेटर का नेचर डिनोट करो, मतलब डोमिनेंट नेचर डिनोट करो. जैसे कि ये we indicate this one is by round letter, round yellow. Then this one is round yellow, round small y क्या इंडिकेट करता है? ग्रीन, मतलब इसको अपन थोड़ा सा डंडी लगा देते हैं इसको. देन राउंड येलो, देन दिस वन इज राउंड ग्रीन. देखो यहाँ पे दोनों स्मॉल है, एक लेटर ये है राउंड येलो. देन स्मॉल आर इंडिकेट करते हैं रिंकल्ड येलो, इसको अपन डबल क्रॉस में डाल देते हैं. देन दिस वन इज रिंकल्ड येलो, डबल क्रॉस में डाल देते हैं. राउंड येलो, दिस वन इज राउंड ग्रीन, सिंगल में आता है. दिस इज रिंकल्ड, डबल में आता है. और ये स्टार लगा दो इसमें. और काउंट करो अभी, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 और ये 9. कैसे कितने हो गए ये? 9. मैं थोड़ा बाजू में लिखता हूं इधर. रेशो, विच रेशो? PR, पैथोनोटिक रेशो 9. कौन सा है? राउंड येलो इज टू 3. कौन सा है? देखो ये सेकंड वाला सिंगल लाइन वाला, ये राउंड ग्रीन. और इस टू 3 कौन सा है? ये स्मॉल आर वाला बोले तो रिंकल्ड येलो, और इस टू 1 रिंकल्ड ग्रीन. ऐसे 4 कॉम्बिनेशन आपको इस फिनोटाइपिक कैरेक्टर में मिलेंगे. और जेनोटाइपिक वही अगर अपन निकालेंगे, मतलब GR, तो इसमें आता है 4:2:2:2:1:1:1. ये रेशो आता है. अब ये कैसे 4 होते हैं? देखो आप इधर थोड़ा सा इसका जेनेटिक मेकअप अब कैसा है? कैपिटल R, स्मॉल r, कैपिटल Y, स्मॉल y, कैपिटल R, स्मॉल r, कैपिटल Y, स्मॉल y, कैपिटल R, स्मॉल r, कैपिटल Y, स्मॉल y, कैपिटल R, स्मॉल. मतलब ये 4 जो हो गए आपके, ये 4 बन गए. बराबर. इसके बाद में दो की कॉम्बिनेशन देखते हैं. कैपिटल R, कैपिटल Y, स्मॉल y, ये 1 हो गया. इसमें साथ में ये आता है, ये 2 हो गया. इसके बाद में आप नीचे की साइड में आओगे तो भी 2 का कॉम्बिनेशन आपको मिलेगा. जैसे ये भी कैपिटल R, स्मॉल r, कैपिटल स्मॉल y, ये होगा ये, तो दूसरा ये हो गया, ये दूसरा, तो ये भी 2 मिल गया. नहीं, इसी तरह इस तरीके से और कट कर दिया अपने. ये वाला देखो, दिस वन इज 1 एंड दिस वन इज, ये 2 हो गए. और इधर देखिए, ये हो गया, ये हो गया, ये 2 हो गए, ये 2 हो गए. बराबर. ये 4 टाइम्स. और 1 वाली सीरीज ऐसा तिरछा थोड़ा सा आओ अपन. तो कैपिटल R, कैपिटल Y, ये सिंगल है, ये तो ये सिंगल हो गया, ये सिंगल है, ये इसको क्रॉस करते चलो थोड़ा सा ताकि समझ में आएगा. दिस वन इज मींस इन दैट वे वी फाइंड द जेनेटिक मेकअप ऑफ दैट द डायहाइब्रिड क्रॉस, एंड द रेशियो इज 4:2:2:2:1:1:1:1. This one is the combinations of dihybrid cross, and the ratio is 9:3:3:1 phenotypic ratio. This is about the dihybrid cross. As you understood this one is in very well way, but sometimes the student problems at the time of gamete formation. So you remember this one. Those the genetic makeup of the F1 is there. You first of all separate that one is into 4 forms as per the law of segregation, and then you combine this one as per the law of assortment. पहले पेयर के 2 जो है वो दूसरे पेयर के 2 के साथ में कंबाइन करना है. तो एक सिंपल में मैं एक गाना सुना देता हूं. गाना ऐसा है कि पहला सी, पहला दूसरा सी, दूसरा पहला सी, दूसरा दूसरा सी. ऐसा आप गाना बोलते बोलते